Dead is the story of Jason, who, having just killed himself, must justify his suicide to his old friend Sierra, who once did the same.
I originally wrote this story based off of my own experiences with suicidal depression.
She likes to create a lot of movies that are that show a lot of the reality behind a situation.
It was very easy for me to write this in the beginning just because the things that I were going through, it was very fresh in my mind.
And it often leads to more than a few dark scripts.
Hemingway is the one who said, like, writing is easy. All you have to do is open up a vein and bleed onto the page. And to write the first few drafts of the script, that's all I did. I just poured everything out on the page.
I was drawn to this story because it almost uncannily sort of mirrors, in some ways, events around me and emotional truths I've been experiencing. I came very close to doing some very rash things, some things I would not be able to take back. And sort of like some of the characters in the story, something that held me back and gave me pause there in order to be able to take a breath and see clearly was the thought of what I would be leaving behind or what I would be doing to people around me.
And one thing that I do think is very important is that when I was in the worst parts of my depression, I had the opportunity to have people who were there to help me out or just keep an eye on me, and Sarah was actually one of those people.
I've certainly gone through myself dark periods and certain points of depression. Something that's always been there, though, for me was kind of support of my family.
Even if you're not suicidal or depressed, regardless of that, whether you are or not, you can relate to the characters, at least one of them, in some kind of way. And I have people who I care about very deeply in my life who are suicidal and depressed, and that's just like a mentality that I don't quite understand. I never did understand, and I hope one day I can understand more, and I think this story does help with understanding that mindset.